Y'all thought we were done, huh? No, sir. Episode 66, the Best of Rivals podcast. I'm Jordan J. Will. We got, I guess you can say, the champion himself, D Bev, in the building. My good friend. It's been a minute. Both got personal lives, both doing, our own thing. But how do you feel? Title. Let me know, bro. What's good? What's good, my guy? Hey, show me. I'm happy for you, bro. Real talk. I am happy for you.
Sorry, Jay, I was just a little bit chilly over here. You know what I mean? Just had to listen, man. It was a roller coaster of a season, right? I mean, at the start of the season, we're looking incredible.
Yeah.
Midway through, we're like, Jesus, Arsenal are going to do it. And then like you said, and I think you called this more than me. You've been a lot more confident than me on this one. Arsenal, bro. People talk about this isn't a choke. It's a choke. It wasn't a choke at the start of the season because you guys had no expectations. But when you get to I think they were winning the season for like 90+% of the season.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, they choked. And on top of that, bro, we went on that run. And that's the run that we go on every single year, where we're ridiculous at home, and we saw it through. I didn't believe. I'll be honest, Jay, I did not believe that this was going to happen. But it's so crazy that we're 3 games left, 2 games left, and we're just chilling, feet up. Season's over, or at least Premier League's over, and I'll take another trophy. Thank you.
I mean,
I will take another trophy.
yeah. I mean, all that I agree with. But I guess what stands out for me is that, while you guys have captured a Premier League title, that's already in the vault. You guys got that. Champions League is an opportunity. FA
Yeah,
Cup as well,
yeah,
right? So while City was trailing Arsenal for a large part of the season, and everyone was on Arsenal's hype train, saying they had it in the bag. London was red, all this good stuff, right? A bunch of nonsense because it's what same old Arsenal. I always say it. I'm gonna
yeah.
keep saying it until you show me something different. But
It's fair. It's
City's
a fair
City
point.
Ci- City has game after game after game. Arsenal gets bumped out of Europa League. We didn't talk about that really. They get knocked out of FA Cup. We didn't really talk about that. Like, come on, let's be real. They had no expectations besides Premier League, and they bottled that. They choked it. They choked it. They were losing game after game after game after game, like
Yeah,
bad. It looked
yeah,
like bad Arsenal. I don't know what
yeah,
happened to them. A lot of chatter stopped. What is it? Arsenal TV, whatever. It stopped. All that. It stopped. It was cap, bro. And I'm not surprised. This is what City does. Pep was just, man, just cooking up a master class. I'm talking
yeah,
about player after player producing. Obviously Holland doing his thing. We know that. KDB is the man. But the good old, the important, the pivotal Bernardo Silva making wonders at the last,
yeah.
remaining games when you need him. Doing what
You're
he
not.
what he, what he, what he does. Like, come on,
You're
let's
not.
be real.
Yeah, you're not. You're not lying, Jay. You're not lying. You're not. Yeah, listen, man. I'm so hot and cold with this guy. Like, I
You,
love
you,
him
you
or
can't you
I
can't
hate
be
him.
cold. I'm sorry.
No,
You want to know
but
why?
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Here's
go
the
ahead.
thing. You're right. You're right. In the biggest moments,
Yes,
he tends to show up, bro.
yes,
He
bro.
tends to show up.
Like that. That's a player you want. In those moments, it's just that simple. Like, I don't care what he does in the regular season because he's proven enough to me now to know. Like, yeah, City's whole thing is we perform well in the regular season. We do well. We do great. But when it gets to like that last game, the final, we choke.
Yeah.
We need a moments player, that key player, and Bernardo Silva is that player for Man City. Just like no, listen, just like Mahrez is as well. You guys have those players when it's
Yeah.
crunch time and you need a goal, someone to step up. I'm picking those two. I'm picking those two, bro. I'm sorry. Like Holland, let's be real. It's kind of been non-existent in those games. And you know who's bailed him out? You know
I,
who's bailed him out? KDB,
I would.
Gundogan,
I would say
Bernardo Silva.
non-existent.
No. Yes, he
I
scores
would.
goals. He scores goals, and he's shown us in the last few games as well that he can create. He can make for others. We've seen that, right? But
Yeah.
look, Alvarez is coming off the bench. He's scoring right away. What was Holland doing?
Now listen,
What was
listen.
Holland doing?
Listen. I love Alvarez. I love Alvarez. we're not gonna listen. I've watched
Hey,
every Man City game this
hey,
season. We're not
thi-
gonna compare Alvarez to
let's say this. While it's all roses and champagne, you drinking good, you feeling good, got a tan and all this good stuff. You Man City faithfuls, whatever you want to call you guys. This game coming up against Inter, bro. Oh, that's your most important game right there. So I think a
Yeah.
lot of you are not giving them the credit.
Who's a
Inter's
lot
about
of
to
you?
come
Not
in.
me.
They're
Not
coming
me.
in hard. They're coming in
Uh,
hard, bro. This is going to
well,
be a
here's
potential to be a Chelsea Man City 2.0. That's all I'm
I
gonna
agree.
say.
I agree. Jay, I'm 100% there with you. I've watched a lot of Inter this season. Surprisingly, actually, it wasn't intentional, but yeah, they have pieces. They have weapons. They have a very robust midfield. They
Yep.
have the Italian defenders are
Italian
intelligent. They're
defense.
strong. Listen, man, I get it. Dumfries is pretty dynamic at times. Listen, I get it, bro. I get it. This is Ed and Dzeko coming back to the play Man City. It's all. Listen, it's either going to be the shock of the century, just like the Chelsea game,
Yeah.
or we're just going to 3, 4, 5 nil them. It's. I don't see this being like, oh, we're going to go to penalties, and
mm,
I think this is one of those
mm.
things, Jay, where like maybe like you said, maybe Holland's just three open chances he misses them. It could be something like that, but also it could be the same way we dealt with Real Madrid in the home tie. And you know, it's funny, Jay, because we went on this run, we've been looking great, but bro, those Bayern games, you know, if you watch the game through and through, we got lucky at times. If you look, if you the Real Madrid stuff, those games, those that was the only time I felt comfortable because I'm like, yo, this Real Madrid team, they can't run, they can't move. I could score against them. Jay, you could score like that team was so easy to play against. But every other game we've had during this run, there's been times where we've looked dominant, but we haven't looked effective at times. And
Yeah.
that we have to be effective. We have to be clinical against this Inter team because if we're not, I don't see us getting 8, 9, 10, 11 shots on goal. I don't see that in this game. I see us getting probably 3 or 4 really good chances. And if we don't put them away, I can see a late goal from Inter. I can see that. A Lukaku comes on, you know,
You
a
guys are gonna
Kanji
need
trips, something like that.
you're gonna need the effort from Jack Grealish, that
Yeah.
effort from every player on your club if you want to win that game.
Well, we do that every game. And that's why,
And
listen,
you know what? That's
hold
yeah,
on,
go
hold
ahead,
on
go
real
ahead.
quick. We were talking about at the end of January. Oh my God, he let Cancelo leave. There's a reason because he was one of the few players that did not put in that Jack Grealish,
Yeah, yeah,
Kevin De Bruyne effort.
yeah.
And every
That's true.
player on this team, every player on the pitch, every single game,
I
probably
mean,
besides Calvin Phillips, goes 10 out of 10 effort. It is what
like
it is.
you saw it against Madrid. I think that had to be probably one of the most dominating master classes against a reigning champion. Like just so many things that factor into it.
From a physical standpoint, though,
Yeah.
like it was skip the technique and the
Hmm.
strategy. Just physically, we look like men. They look like boys. They
Yeah.
couldn't run, Jay. They
Yeah.
couldn't run.
Bro,
They
bro,
did,
Kyle Walker just came back and said like I'm the best in the world.
bro. Kyle,
Pocketing
listen,
Vinny, like, come on, bro.
but he did it last year, and,
He
and we
did.
and we forget that he got injured in that game.
Yeah.
Zinni came on. Cancelo went to right back, and the rest is history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
listen,
fair
man.
point.
Listen, it does feel good. I think we're going to win. The question is, and maybe this is a question that you should ask me, but I think the FA Cup's a more
Hey,
challenging game. I think it's a more challenging game.
we'll get to that at the end. I don't want to hop into that one right now.
Okay,
But
okay,
I do want to touch on the fact that you I guess you do think, you got Prem already, you're gonna win Champions League and then so you get FA Cup.
yeah.
Um Prem, that's a three-peat for a manager besides Sir Alex and Pep. Um where does he rank for one? And where does Man City rank now in terms of historic Premier League clubs, in your opinion?
Rank. I mean, it's a little bit of a weird question, right?
Yeah,
Because okay, who's a better team, like the Man City teams now or the Man United teams
of the
in
late
the I guess
90s,
early
early
2000s?
right, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
Bro, it's a different era, bro. And the reality is, if you look at, for example, in basketball, it's really easy to tell that the players today are significantly better than the players 10, 20 years ago, just because the skill gap is so wide.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in football, bro. Like you have to understand, Alvarez today is better than the vast majority of strikers, of top level strikers back then. He just doesn't get the minutes, obviously. But like that's like you got that coming off your bench, bro. Listen, they had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming off the bench way back in the day for Man United. Good players, sure. But like he doesn't have the talent of an Alvarez. He doesn't have the talent on that. Like, here's my
S-
thing, bro. Those Manchester United teams, and you can go different. You actually can go different eras in Manchester United, bro.
Mhm. Mhm.
Dwayne Rooney, Tevez.
Mhm.
You can go Keane.
Mhm.
Listen. There's a lot of Man U success over there,
Mhm.
but the way that you guys played back then versus the way that we play now, it's so much more advanced, bro. The players have to be so much more intelligent. The IQ of every single player on the pitch, the technique and confidence of bro. You think Rio Ferdinand's passing out the back like that in today's era? No, he's not. He's not. It just is what it is. So uh, Van der Sar, he was probably one of the best keepers in terms of playing out of the back. He's nowhere near Ederson in terms of that. So I think it's tough, bro. Technically, we're better than the teams in the past, but those teams in the past have a certain nostalgia
Yeah.
and greatness that teams in the teams in today, they they were inspired by that. So it's a weird question, bro. It's a weird question. I know you're gonna be like, oh, the Manchester United teams are better. Cool. I think they're both great.
That's fair.
I'm,
It's it's it's
it's a
just
weird one,
a
right?
no. It's a weird one, but I also think it's a conversation that needs to be had, right? Sir Alex is the standard of modern day,
It's the Bill
Premier League
Russell effect.
football.
It's a Bill Russell effect of we've won everything. Skip how the football was
Yeah.
played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skip who was on your team. The amount of winning in that club because of Sir Alex Ferguson, it's Bill Russell like, and as a result, you can't compare that. However, how many people on the planet are saying that Bill Russell is the best basketball player of all time? Very few. Now, I'm
I,
not. This is a case of, has there ever been a manager close enough to Sir Alex Ferguson?
yeah.
Maybe Mourinho. Maybe that's
And and
about it.
see and see and hear me out. This is why I brought this argument up right here, because you just brought up Jose, who was a former Man United manager, right? We
Yeah,
had him. We got the Europa League with him. Um, but he's
I
not
think he got some
he
else, but yeah,
right, but he's not better than Pep. First off, Pep. That's my point. Pep has deaded the whole argument in this generation. He has a
Premier.
three-peat. Listen, three-peat in the Prem, three-peat in La Liga, and three-peat in Germany. That's
His three in
that's
Germany. I'm not. I don't know about that. Maybe he does. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure with
I, I,
Byron,
w-
doesn't he?
I don't know the stats. You know that better than me. If you
Someone please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I know he definitely has a two-peat with Byron. But he's
right,
dominated in multiple leagues, right? And your whole thing
yeah,
is like Sir Alex has reached this point where it's just like it's nonstop winning. And he's done that, right? All at one club with Man United. I
one club,
believe
one league.
if Pep stayed at Man City for his whole career, or he stayed at Byron for his whole career, or La Liga for his whole career, he would dead ass be right there with Sir Alex in terms of titles. He's right here,
Consider
basically. You know what I'm saying? In the Prem right now. Man
in
City
such a
is
short amount of time. Yeah,
exactly. He's the modern day Man U. You guys are producing talents. You have all the world class players, repeating, contending in the
yeah,
Champions League. This is all things that we did as
yeah,
well, right? We did this too. Um, but then you say like different eras and all this. I say it's kind of pretty fair. We were contending with Chelsea and Arsenal back in the day. Those probably like
yeah,
our biggest two rivals. You can probably say
yeah.
Liverpool too a little bit with Gerrard, but not
Not crazy.
not crazy.
Yeah,
You guys have been competing with what Liverpool definitely.
that's about it. Right.
I mean,
And this
and
Arsenal
maybe
team.
in Chelsea, I guess, kind of been a thorn.
Yeah.
Champions League, they took it away from you. Um,
Listen, I agree with you. I agree that, like, should you put Pep on the pedestal? Yes. If you're just talking about Premier League alone, of course, like again, like you can say Alex Ferguson here, Pep here. You can say Pep here, Ferguson here. Like
no, because like I'm
not
just
it's
being,
close.
I'm trying to be very, it's mutual here and down the line. I hate the argument with Pep that he has so much money to spend And
Yeah,
that's why he's so great. And Sir Alex didn't have that much money to spend, and that's what makes him amazing. No, you play your hand, the hand that's dealt.
agreed.
And you can argue that more money, more problems. It's always the same.
Money
So
doesn't always equal success either.
it,
You gotta put it in the right places. You gotta hire the right
exactly.
people. You got yeah, 100.
So why
percent
so why shouldn't we marvel at that greatness of Pep and not take it away? So I see your point when you said why can't we just like both? This
Yeah.
generation was great. This generation is great right here. But it's just a comparison that
Well,
needs to be had.
well, Alex, if we're talking about Premier League alone, obviously Alex Ferguson has longevity,
Yeah,
and now we're seeing that Pep's Manchester City is starting to build that longevity.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's just a weird one, right? Because who's a better manager? If you know anything about Sir Alex Ferguson, he's nowhere near the technical genius that Pep
yes,
is. He's nowhere near.
exactly,
However,
exactly.
you could argue that managing players and recruiting players significantly better. You could argue that. So it's
Yes,
like,
yes, and that's what's so beautiful about managing and coaching, players. It's not really a set way of doing it. Everyone has their own way. So
yes,
we all know Pep is like the student of the game. He's looking at fucking nuances and how to fucking move this piece right here to this piece right here. That's what he
he's
does.
literally changing the way people play football.
Right.
Literally.
But what's my biggest flaw with Pep? He cracks under pressure. He can't really handle like when it's not just 1 + 1 = 2, and there's some other stuff mixed in as well. He kind of tweaks. You can argue that Sir Alex, that's what he thrived in. Pressure
Yeah,
moments. It was nothing to him. I know how to, get my players in the right way.
yeah.
Mentor them the right way. To me, he's a lot like Coach K. Coach K was a great motivator. He knew how to talk to his players.
You know,
Felt
say
like
the
a
right thing. Yeah.
father figure. Exactly. This is how Sir Alex was to a lot of players. It's more so a brotherhood and a fatherhood, and
And
not.
if you think of, yeah, making a great point, Jay. And if you think about it now, it's probably, but yeah, if I'm like arguing for Pep a little bit, it's probably a lot easier to get to players back then than it is now. If you think about it,
Yes,
just
social media, all type of.
the social media, the amount of money these guys are making now, like, bro, the second you sign that contract as a player, you've won.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
uh, you know that motivation is not going to be it's not going to be there like it is for some of the. I mean, and also got to remember, bro. A lot of these players are coming over from other countries. They don't have the same love
Yeah.
for these clubs as the homegrown players. Which obviously there was a lot more during Alex Ferguson's era. So I think there's a lot of we could have this could be a 10-hour docu series.
No,
You know
hell
what
yeah.
I
No,
mean?
this is a good
Discussing
one
this.
because I think it goes really deep. Because like you brought up, Jose, people always want to throw him in the argument as well. Like, where do you rank
I have
Jose?
to. I
Right,
have to.
right.
And I'll tell you
He's
why
in
I have
another
to.
final too. Shouts to him. I think he's in the Conference League
Yep.
final or something like that.
He's in Europa League final.
Europa League,
He
right?
won Conference League last time. And bro,
Yeah,
he's one of the Roma. Now he's
yeah,
gonna try and win the Europa League. Bro, you have to
yeah.
understand this is the only difference between, in my opinion, Pep and Jose. And you can say which one's better or whatever. Jose Mourinho has done it as an underdog. That's the biggest difference, bro. He's done it as not multiple times. Like
That's true. That's
if I
true.
actually I don't know if the stats 100% accurate, but I've heard that he's actually won every single European Cup final he's ever been in.
Yes,
So
I believe
with
so.
Inter, with Real Madrid,
Maybe
with
not Roma.
Roma, and now with Roma again,
Yeah.
this guy's different, bro. Now, is his football as pretty as Pep's? No, it's not even close. But you got to remember, he's done this.
Not even close.
It's not even close. But he's done it everywhere, bro. He's done it
Yeah.
everywhere.
He
Different
didn't do
teams.
he didn't do it at Man United to the extent that we want him to. Like that's not a
Uh,
success to me. Winning the
but he did.
Europa League.
Neither did he with Tottenham. But like, I'm not going to look at that Tottenham experience and say, "Oh, now he's not a good manager." Tottenham's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to look at that Man United experience and be like, "He didn't win the Premier League, bro." That Manchester United ran at that time. I mean, even ran, how it's ran now, but ran at that time. It's a joke. It's a joke. So
So
like,
to even get something.
I'm to even get bro to get a Europe, bro. Come on, I'm not going to downplay his career because of a crap situation. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. I hear you.
So, and I don't think Pep's really been in a bad situation. That's kind of my only. And here's the thing: fair play to him, right? Getting the best situation you can. But that's the only thing where I'm like, has Pep really been been challenged like that,
Yeah,
or has he just had the easiest way through? Like, um, but there's listen, I've had problems with Pep, bro. Even this season, bro. The first leg in Real Madrid, he didn't make any subs. We clearly needed a sub. He didn't make any subs. Now we drew the game. We ended up winning. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But there's just so many things I look. I mean, Champions League against Chelsea, the whole Fernandinho situation. Like, what do we do? What are we
yeah,
doing? What
yeah,
are we doing here?
yeah.
So
And I mean, I also
he's not
think it
perfect.
right. I think it also plays a part that you didn't get the person that you thought you were gonna get. You went, all season ranting saying how Jude Bellingham was coming to, Man City
Oh
Blue.
yeah,
And what does he do? He goes to Real Madrid.
yeah.
A move that you also mentioned was probably going to happen.
It was either or,
But
either
either
or.
or, right, exactly. And he picked a side that one just lost, right? He's got smacked in the face. Also had a former teammate in Holland. So, just things that you would think would suit for him to go to
Yeah,
England, be the
yeah.
poster boy in England. But no, he went to Spain, which I think is, if I'm being real, probably the smartest move. I really
100%.
hate, yeah, don't go to England. If you're from there, do not go to England. Don't do it.
Not even that, right? But like, bro, you're playing in a league where
Uh,
the perception of the league is up here, but the quality is down here. So that gap you can just thrive in,
you
bro.
can go
Like,
stupid.
bro, Jude Bellingham is going to go crazy in the Liga, bro. He's going to go insane. He's working harder than guys in the German league.
Yeah,
He's going
yeah.
to destroy in the
So you
league.
think it was a smart move for him, just like long term?
I mean, what did you just say? Modric needs to retire.
Yep.
Cruz needs to retire.
Yeah.
Who he's literally going to start every game.
Him and Kamavinga in the midfield,
Him,
bro.
Camavinga, Chouamini. You got those three in the midfield, probably for the future.
Yeah,
I mean, that, obviously, listen, it always makes sense for anybody to go to Manchester City at this point because the coach, because the winning, because the environment, everything around it. But if you're not going to go to Manchester City, the next best place might be Real Madrid. So it's fair. It's fair. And listen, he's 21, maybe.
yeah,
I mean, he can always come back to the Prem, and I think that's kind of what he's thinking, right? He's like, you know what, I might not, if I don't perform in the Premier League, I might never go to Real Madrid.
yeah,
So maybe that's what he's thinking. So
yeah. No,
because
all
let's be honest, he might get exposed in the Premier League. Like, I don't know. I think he's fantastic, but he might have got exposed.
so no, I think this right, exactly. How Jude Bellingham is 19 years old, 18 years old.
Well, he's definitely he's 19 plus. He might be 20 now. I forgot.
Yeah, okay, so right. In that range, coming from Germany and then going straight to the Prem, kind of saw with Jadon Sancho. We're seeing it right now
Yeah,
with him a lot.
he probably saw that. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Jaden came over, I think, when he was like 19 or 20 years old.
Okay.
That's too young, especially when you got the lights on you.
Holland
As
being the exception.
well, he's not English though. You see what I'm saying?
He was born in England.
But stop it, stop! Shut up. That boy
He
ain't
was born.
English. Hey, listen, but is he on the English national team? Like,
He
is he
should
at that?
be. He should be.
Look at, oh my
That's that's a,
God,
that's a
do
whole
it!
nother
Shut
thing we could
up!
talk
Shut
about.
up! Shut
That's a whole
up!
nother
Shut up!
thing we could talk
Shut
about.
up! Shut up! He ain't getting citizenship. No dual citizenship,
So,
bro.
no, he was born in England. He
Bro,
can literally, bro. You don't understand. He
he
could play.
he,
He could
bro.
play right now.
I know, right? But he is over there with Odegaard. They in
And
Norway.
why? Because did they go to the World Cup? No, he's gonna switch. Make the switch, Holland.
Nah,
I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
yeah, nah, I know. But I just think if you go, to La Liga, and like you said, you produce in a league that we both think is overrated as hell.
Yeah,
Simple as that. Overrated as hell, right? And you
trash.
and you produce and you get your price tag up even more because that's what they do. The Spanish
Yeah,
dollar is different. The English dollar is something crazy. That
yeah,
Spanish dollar is stupid. Like
yeah.
it's stupid, bro. So it's gonna be taxed even more. And then he has the opportunity to hand pick what club that he wants to go to.
Oh
Does
yeah.
he want to do like the boyhood dream? Which club is that? Is it City?
Well, he said Liverpool because I
Liverpool.
think his dad.
Okay.
I think his dad's a Liverpool fan, something like that.
Right. Does he go to Liverpool, who are looking pretty good with their future? I think they're going to be, yeah, they're going to be fine,
Yeah.
bro. They're going to be fine.
Uh,
They're going to be fine, especially if they get a signing like that, like later on. Produce the talent they have right now because they have a lot of young
well,
talent.
they're gonna get McAllister from Brighton. but that's a whole other story. He's
Right.
nuts.
Yeah.
No, but he's
I mean,
nuts.
I'm just saying they just
Like,
let their players go though, left and right. They don't care.
bro, they're making profit, bro. Brighton's the
he
best club in the world when it comes to
said
that.
they making bread.
Bro, they're
Um,
making. That's how you do it. That's how you do it if you're a small club.
yeah, yeah. I can't relate though. I can't relate. To
Yeah, you can't relate. You know why? I was actually thinking about this today. When's the last time you guys sold a player for 40 million plus? When's the last time? You guys do. Bro, we sold Zinchenko, Jesus, and Raheem Sterling for a
dude.
combined 120
Um,
mil last summer.
Harry Maguire, easy, at least 40.
You think
We're
he's gonna get? You think he's gonna go for 40?
we're getting 40 somehow, some way. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but we got to get 40 out of Harry, bro. He has
Nah,
to
it's gonna
go.
be just for this conversation alone. It's gonna be 35. It's gonna be something like that.
That's
It's
what I was
sad.
thinking. 30. I
Yeah,
mean, we can talk about us right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was nervous. The whole time we weren't doing the podcast and watching things play out, almost kind of fumbling, a top four berth, and it's not over
yeah.
yet,
It's over. It's
but
over.
it's
One
basically
point out
over.
of 2 games. It's over. Yeah,
Exactly. We should be able to close it out against Fulham and Chelsea. I have
bro.
faith, right?
Yeah,
I believe I think both are at home, if I'm not mistaken, too.
both are at home. Yep.
We don't lose at home. We at least draw. We should get a point, right? But
Yep.
man, I think this is what like we got to factor in this when we're grading Ten Hag and his system and just like the season and whole.
Yep.
The dude dead ass was pulling anything and everything just to get top four. It started off with a
Yep.
crazy Cristiano Ronaldo story, and just battling that in the media. Like that's one phase of it, right? But then you got a shit of a squad. Like we do. We got some
The
gems in
squ-
there. We got
the
some
squad's
pieces.
the squad's trash.
It's terrible.
Your best 11 is good. Everything else is trash, and you know that, and he knows that, and
Horrendous,
that's the.
bro.
And here's the thing: a lot of people are coming at Ten Hag now that you guys have had some really poor results recently. Listen, bro, he is work. He's already worked the miracle. He's already worked it.
Bro.
There's no more working it. It's
You know,
over. It's like,
I knew we were so down bad, and it's crazy. People like I'll say things and have these ideas of like how we should have formations and things like that, and it's like, oh, you play FIFA, you're a FIFA manager, right?
yeah,
We lose Varane, he goes down with an injury, he's hurt.
arguably the
Martinez,
best, arguably the best center back in the league right at the moment.
right? Then Martinez too, our breath of fresh air, right? We're left with Harry Maguire, who comes in and immediately starts doing everything that I tell people every podcast episode. I
Yeah,
don't over exaggerate. When I say when this man gets the ball, he tweaks. It's like a deer in the
own
headlights,
goal, like
own
he,
goal,
like,
kicking into that. Like, bro, I was like, yo, you really like you're throwing games,
bro, that was hilarious, bro.
bro. It was so
And,
scary, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Right? But then
and that's
go ahead.
why. Sorry, I mean, just to kind of continue. That's why Harry Maguire is, like I said early on, fifth choice center back, brother. Fifth choice.
I put
It's
this on I put this on everything, bro. This man single handedly, like, despite the poor squad that we had, Ten Hag clearly showed that he can make wonders with it, right? He of the Jose
yeah,
Mourinho ilk. He's that good, right?
yeah,
Harry Maguire single handedly came in and threw our chances at a treble.
yeah,
We should be in a Europa League final,
yeah,
but he single handedly against Sevilla. I told you when we made the episode before. I said, bro, I don't feel good about this game. I said we're going to Sevilla, we're going to
yeah.
Spain, and we got Harry Maguire as our center back. I said something ain't cooking right, bro.
And that was, if I'm not mistaken, one of the last times he started. Because if you think about it, so Shaw injured because they played
I believe he
Malacia.
was. I believe he was. Something
That
was
was the
happening with
issue
Shaw.
because that was the
Yes.
issue because Shaw would have started with Lindelof.
So
That was the issue.
and that's my point when I was getting to like the FIFA formations. I recommended one time. I said Luke Shaw should be our center back. I trust him more as center back than Harry Maguire. And what
Yeah, he's the
happened?
fourth choice center back. Yeah,
Yes, when Harry Maguire went out, we couldn't have him. I think he got suspended or something like that. Luke Shaw became our primary center back, and he held
yeah.
it down, bro. Luke
He's been
held it
phenomenal.
down.
He's been phenomenal. He
You
really
feel
has.
me? It's like I don't trust Harry at all. Don't put him on the field. I don't care.
No one
Don't put him
does.
on the field. Do not do it. He's gonna toss the game. He's gonna lose us a final. Chances of a
Yeah,
final, So he has to
yeah.
go. he has
It
that's
has to.
bottom line number one. When I'm looking at this season and how I feel, Harry Maguire cannot be on the squad anymore. We
And
just
he
got rid
will
of Phil
go. He will
Jones.
go.
Right. Yeah. No, we just got rid of Phil Jones like permanently. I think he just finally left. The
His
farewell, all
contract
that good.
expired. Yeah.
You feel me?
Ain't nobody get rid of him. His contract just expired. Like he just, you
Bro,
know.
these people they asked Ten Hag in like the media, interview process and everything. Like, yo, how do you feel about Phil Jones leaving and stuff? And Ten Hag gives the most like political, like I saw him in training a couple times. And he was a great player for Man United. Like,
Stop
bro,
it,
what do you want him to say? He's
bro.
not played with this man once.
Bro, Ten Hag literally sent him away from the team for the entire season. Like, what is he talking about? He literally said, "Listen, not only are you not playing, like, like you're not even training with us.
Yeah,
Get out, go take a year vacation."
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, Harry's gone, right? Fred is gone. Fred also was so poor and has
yeah,
been so poor recently. Like it's not surprising because he does this all the time. And he's
yeah,
fool's gold with a lot of people. He plays that he has stretches, 2 games where he's looking decent, right? But then he starts
yeah.
tweaking, bro. He's not Man United quality. I'm sorry, I don't want him. You can take him.
I would, I would. I'm not taking it. I'm good. I would agree. I would agree. Listen, the reality is he's a 6 out of 10 player. It is what it is. He will always be a 6 out of 10 player. The reason I don't think you let him go this summer is because one, he is more than happy to come off the bench. That is something that
A lot of
is very
players,
rare.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
players will not accept that. He's more than happy to do that. He's also more than happy to play more than one position. CDM, central midfield, even play more an attacking role. He's more than happy to do so. The other thing is I don't think you guys are gonna get in enough players this summer to be able to even kick him out. I think he's one of those players where he does need to leave because he isn't good enough, but you have a lot more problems in front of you. He's not the biggest problem. So
Well, I mean, you have a point with that. Only because there have been rumblings that Man United has made a decision to look for like a midfielder, you know, in the off season,
well,
right?
they
We
need to,
have
yeah.
to, we have to. But why would
But
you get rid of one right now when we don't really have the depth anyway? So yeah, chances of him moving probably aren't likely.
yeah,
But
I mean,
come on,
real quick question though, right? Because when Ericsson was came in during the summer of last year,
yeah,
I imagine he would be the backup to Bruno.
yeah,
He ended up playing next to Casemiro,
yeah.
which is like you're already like you need an upgrade in that position because Ericsson, let's be honest, it's a Modric type of thing, right? Where it's like as great as he is, as great as he has been, he doesn't have the legs to play a full 90 in the Prem. He just doesn't.
No, bro,
So,
he doesn't. And then Sabitzer, I think he wants to stay, but I think he may be
oh,
leaving.
can I
Um,
let's be honest about Sabitzer, bro.
yeah,
Like some injuries,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I think he had 2 or 3 really good games, but I don't know. He
Not
doesn't look
cutting it for
great,
you.
bro. He doesn't look great. I've seen him play a lot better. I'll put it at as Bayern and Leipzig. He's played a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta look at it and see who's available and what's going on. Um, but ideally, I would want a midfielder that's something like
Casado from Brighton.
bro. He's a like a pit bull. He gets down. He's nice.
He's
He's great.
in my opinion one of the best holding midfielders in the league. In
And
my
and,
opinion,
and they are selling players. We
they're
don't really have that.
they're
And
selling
then
McAllister to Liverpool.
yeah,
It looks like Declan Rice is going to go to Arsenal, which means Casado he's either staying or he's going to a team like Man United. So
I mean he put on
that could be interesting.
a almost a masterclass against us. That Brighton and Man U game.
Yeah,
Just out there causing a ruckus.
yeah.
Um,
It, it's so crazy that Man U were in for him before he went to Brighton, and
yeah.
they said no. That's just
Well, I mean he
dude.
was supposed to go to. Wasn't there rumblings of him going to Chelsea? Wasn't that a thing at one point?
But I mean,
And then that didn't
there's
fall through.
bro. I have rumblings that I'm going to Chelsea. Like, come on, everybody's going to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop. Let's stop. These are rumblings, bro.
Uh,
Every time Todd Bowley hears a new name, he says, "Yep, we're in for him." It's
yeah.
like,
Um, I mean, speaking of Chelsea, they are one of the clubs that I want to bring up to you
Okay.
out of the big six, Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool.
The new Big Six, the old Big Six, because the new Big Six has Newcastle in it. Let's be very clear. Tottenham is not
Wait,
in the
wait,
new Big
wait,
Six. He
wait,
is.
wait, 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 wait. I'm not. You are very premature with these
No, I'm not.
claims. I'm not putting Newcastle in that category yet. I got to see at
I
least
am.
two more seasons
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
and a
When you get the
final at
owners,
least.
when
Oh,
you
they
get
got a final against us. Yeah.
it's not necessarily that Newcastle has got like climbed their way up. It's really that Tottenham's fallen down. That's all it is, bro.
And
Like
and and that's the thing. All right, let's do it. I wasn't even gonna hop in that quickly, but Chelsea, Tottenham, two London vacancies right now, basically. Well, no, Chelsea's good with Poach. They got their man,
it
but
seems like it, yeah.
right, but Tottenham is still looking for a manager, basically. This is London we're talking about, bro. London,
Yeah.
England, like New York, basically.
Yeah.
A very attractive job. Why isn't this sold out? You got a lot of money to spend.
It's so obvious.
It's
It's so
glorious.
obvious.
Like, what's going on? Why isn't it?
Because you can't pretend like the actions that you take today won't have consequences tomorrow, right? So when when you hire Jose Mourinho, one of the best managers of all time, and you don't give him what he wants and you sack him a week before his final,
Yeah,
that's going to look bad for future coaches potentially wanting to come in. You then have the Conte issue where he's actually exposed what everybody already knew was that the way that the club is set up,
yeah.
not only from a business model perspective, but also just a mentality perspective, they are not ambitious. It just is what it is. They are happy with top four. If they get top six, it is what it is. If they go out of that, that's when it's panic. The only reason they're panicking now is because they will not be in Europe, or at least they
Yeah.
won't be in the Europa League. Why would any manager want to work with Daniel Levy? Why? It's clear.
Oh,
Hold
uh,
on. It is clear, bro. It is clear as day that the players that Conte received this summer were not players that he wanted. It was so clear. Like
um,
it is what it is.
who was it? Julian Nagelsmann. Bro, you see the negotiations? He wanted full control over which players he was able to buy, move, whatever, right? And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Levy told him no, like
Of
it's not
course he
happening.
told him no. Of
And he
course he
said,
told him
nah.
no.
He said, I don't want the job anymore. I'm done.
Jay, here's the thing, Jay. I didn't even know that. But that's exactly the point, right? It's like
Yeah,
you do not go into Tottenham and then not make the proper demands. You have to because if you look at how the best setups are the manager, the sporting director, and the owner. Those
yeah,
are the three that are supposed to be working in complete cohesion with one another. That is the whole point. That's the only way you can really get to a place where the manager's getting what he wants, the results on the pitch are benefiting the owner, the sporting director, is sort of like managing both of those sides. When, bro, it's literally Daniel Levy talking to the guy that he hires as a sporting director. Hey, I want this player. Hey, I want that player. That's all it is, bro. The
yeah.
manager has no say, and it's an absolute travesty for Tottenham fans. They have to go out there and watch this, bro. Bro, they signed what 4 or 5 players in the summer. None of them started. None of them started. It's crazy.
Now
Like you signed
they had the
you,
biggest disappointment in Rich Charleston, like
Richarlison, Basuma. They
yeah.
signed everybody. They didn't play anybody, dude. And I was like, yo, what is Conte doing? I thought it was Conte. I'm like, yo, Conte, what are you doing?
He still has
What are
something
you
to
do?
do with it. He's not off that easy, bro. He definitely has
I
something
agree.
to do with it.
I agree, but
Yeah,
like, we're talking about two of the most successful managers in history:
yeah.
Mourinho, Conte. Both of them failed. Failed. I'm
So
not
wait,
touching that job.
wait. So you mean to tell me that out of those three, Poach is the one that's the most successful?
Exactly.
He took Tottenham the furthest, with that
Yeah.
squad and their expectations.
Successful. Successful.
Right. So hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm low key a little worried. I think Chelsea is about to be on their way back in the
Um.
Prem at least. In the Prem at least, they're about to be making some noise. They got too much money over there. They got too many players, and Poach know what he's doing. a little bit. He know a little something, a little something. He about to make it
Um,
look work, bro. If you got
I,
Dele Ali looking like the best prim,
I-
midfielder in the world at one point, he's about to have
yeah,
those guys over there cooking, bro. I'm telling you.
the young players, I think I would agree. I think yeah, this summer, all they don't even need to make a lot of moves this summer. They just need to make smart moves this summer. And
Yeah,
I think if you just give Poch the team that he wants, hey, I want these young players. I can mold them into something. That's where the potential is. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Chelsea's guaranteed top four next season. No chance. No chance.
no guarantee, but they're gonna be at least 5 or 6.
Well, listen, they should be up there, right? But you have to remember, these guys have literally been living in a nightmare. These players, young players too, they've been living a nightmare this entire season. It's not just like a snap of the finger and now they have this winning mentality and they know what to do.
Yeah,
These guys are all talented, but
yeah,
knowing how to win is something different.
no, 100%. But they are not facing relegation like you know Leicester,
Close. They're close.
Leeds, and Everton.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I think what Southampton's already basically relegated.
Southampton's done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess out of those three, who do you think, or those two, who you think is gonna get relegated, and then what team is gonna stay up?
So I 100%. So Southampton, they got rid of Hassan Hutel early. They
Yeah,
deserve to go down. That guy's been overperforming for that club for a couple of years now. You deserve to go down. See you later.
yeah.
Leicester, you get rid of Brendan Rodgers. You think
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be some bounce. It doesn't happen. You were not proactive in the summer. You had a bunch of players who wanted to leave. You had a bunch of money you could have made, and you didn't do it. You deserve to go down for that, but I don't want you to go down because you're the recent history of Leicester. I really want them to stay up.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason I want them to stay up is because I really want Everton to go down. I This season I have come to realize that I hate everything about
Uh,
Everton. I hate the fans. I hate the
yeah,
goalkeeper. I hate a lot of their players. I like Sean Dyche. I really do. But overall, I really want those guys to go down. And by the way, Frank Lampard, before he got sacked, that was one of the best defensive teams in the league. Do not forget that. That was one of the best. Tarkovsky Cody partnership was one of the best in the league. So and by the way, they spent a lot of money in the last few windows.
yeah,
Money does not always buy you success, and that's just one example.
yeah,
Leeds, I hate Everton. I hate Leeds even more. I'm
yeah,
so glad they should go down. I'm so glad that they're going down. Again, this is what happens when you sack a manager in Jesse Marsh. You don't have a plan. You deserve to go down.
yeah,
And then you look at Nottingham Forest. You look at Bournemouth. They stuck with their managers. They wrote it out. Team camaraderie,
yeah,
and they're ended up staying up.
yeah,
West Ham, you could say the same thing. Should we sack David Moyes? You keep him, you stay up.
yeah.
All I'm saying here, Jay, is that some of these teams deserve to go down. Leicester, they do, but I think it'd be a little bit harsh based on previous seasons. But who do I think is going to go down? Southampton, Leeds. I'm looking at the table, by the way. God, who does Leicester have to play now? I have to see
So
fixtures.
yeah, that's the thing with me. I think Leeds is a short shot. I think they're going down for sure.
Yeah, Leeds
Um,
are done now.
Southampton, obviously, and then my third
Yeah,
relegation team. I want to see Everton go down as well. I
I
think
think
it's
it's
gonna be
Leeds.
tough for Leicester though. They have 2 games remaining, right?
Yeah, they're playing Newcastle away, and then
Yeah,
West Ham at home. West Ham at home, they should win, but it's
Newcastle away. That's a tough one, bro. And then
I
just
got
think
to
about it. If Everton got relegated, the scenes and just what that would mean for like them as a club in the Prem, it will make way much noise than Leicester going down, even though they got a title more recently.
I
Um,
could agree with that because it's historically, if I'm not mistaken, they've
yes,
never went down.
right.
If I'm not mistaken.
They're like one of the original, OGs. Right?
Yep.
Everton's like that, um,
But
historic and just renowned. But Leicester, ah, I just don't think they're gonna pull it through, bro. So I think it's gonna be Leicester,
well,
Leeds.
Leicester have two games.
Yeah,
Everton only Everton playing Bournemouth at home. Now
they should take care of
Bournemouth are
that.
no joke.
I know, but
I
they
don't
should
know.
take care of it at home. at home, like you said, one
I
of the best
I
defenses
okay,
before,
fine.
like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Leicester has enough to win 2 games in a row and then expect for
Uh,
Everton to.
I, I kind of agree with you, Jay. I kind of agree with you, if I'm being honest. So, but they have better goal difference. Here's the reality. Let's say
Okay,
Everton
okay,
wins. Let's say Everton wins. They're on 36.
yeah,
Leicester need to win both of those games. If they win both those games, so okay. So here's the reality. It's actually in Leicester's hands. It's actually if Leicester win both those games, they are guaranteed staying up. Goal difference
yeah,
should be
that's
good.
true. That's true. Right, they have to win both games. Yeah, both games though. So you got them going to Newcastle and getting that. It's not all said and done. Like, Newcastle kind of does have a berth
What do they have to play
already.
for? Yeah, they have
Exactly.
nothing to play for.
They have a berth.
West Ham
Wait,
has
wait, wait,
nothing to
wait,
play
wait, wait.
for.
No, actually, Newcastle does have something to play for. I think if Liverpool, no, they have
No,
them
no,
on
no.
goal difference room, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they do.
Um,
Because what they're 69 points right now as well. So if they
they
lose
do have
both
a
their
one goal
games,
difference.
yeah,
It
exactly.
won't happen. But I see what you're saying. I think they're going to play a lighter squad. I'll say that. Mm. Jay, this is crazy. I really want Leicester to stay up. I just have a feeling that Jordan. I'm going to see Jordan Pickford next season. I have a feeling, and it just pisses me off. Okay, final prediction: Leicester staying up.
Ooh,
Final prediction:
ooh. So you got Leeds, Southampton, Everton,
Everton. Yep.
all going down.
And by the way, all those teams sacked a manager that was not did not deserve to be sacked.
Yeah,
Just want to make that very clear.
common theme. Okay, I like that. Um, all right. That was a good one. See, I
Oh,
guess the.
JJ, don't you're not getting off this. Who's going down?
Oh no, I already told you. I think it's going to be Leeds,
Yep, Southampton.
Southampton, yeah, and then I got Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester going down. Okay,
Yeah, I think
okay.
Everton's going to live to see another day in the Prem. I don't think they're done
Damn,
yet. You're going to see Jordan Pickford again, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't want to. Well, here, real quick while we're still on the topic, you
Yeah,
have to understand how important this is for the summer, right? Because whoever goes down, a lot of the best players on those teams that get relegated will end up being on other teams in the Premier League.
yeah,
It's just
yep.
kind of how it works.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
Damn.
if you look at
Wait, so
so if
hey,
you look
wait,
at
so wait. Are you telling me that if Leicester goes down, I get James Madison?
oh bro, please understand. I mean, I guess whether they go down or not, but especially if they go down, Tielemans is already gone. Madison's gone. Vardy's probably going to stay, but you're looking at not Harrison Barnes, Harvey Barnes
Harvey
gone,
Barnes, yeah.
Ndidi
Damn,
gone.
damn. The
Bro,
whole
they're all going to go. Jay,
clean the
they're all
house.
going to go. Now here's the thing: the Southampton one's interesting, right? Because they're obviously gone. James Ward-Prowse is not going to be playing the championship next year. There's no way. A Premier League team will buy him. Lavia, we can buy him back. In my opinion, I would do it. We buy
Yeah,
him back for 20 mil. We get rid of Phillips, but it's because I have agenda.
that's wild.
Um, but yeah, if Everton go down
I
or if
want
Leicester go
Leicester. I
down,
mean, I need Leicester. I just need James Madison. That's all I care about.
he's not going to Manchester United though.
I don't, bro. If we get the money, that oil money too. Um,
Let's talk
we
about that. We haven't talked about that, Jay. So
really haven't, which is amazing.
I haven't been up on the stories, right? I mean, it's every single day. It's Ratcliffe, it's Qatar, you know.
Well, the thing is, the the pocket and the money is way longer with the Qatar. That's a
Yeah,
different bracket right there, and that's the
yeah,
one I
but
think
they're
we should
deep.
go for, right?
Well, it's not what you guys have no power.
But
you know?
exactly, we all see it's the Glazers. It's what they want to do,
Yeah,
and I really think I do think they're gonna fuck us over, bro. I think they're gonna give it to somebody that has no idea what they're doing with the club or the direction where they want to take it. Um, or it's gonna be
no,
some type of just stunt. It's
listen,
not
bro.
gonna it's not gonna be authentic.
Listen, bro. These guys are billionaires, or at least they will be on paper once they sell. Um, they are going to get the best deal that they can possibly get. Period. End of story. And if that means good
You're
for Manchester
optimistic.
United, no. Listen. You cannot say that the Glazers have been terrible owners and been selfish for the last 17 years, and then say, oh, they're gonna think about how to screw over Manchester. No, they're going to get the best deal for them. That is it. That's all they've ever cared about, right?
Yeah,
All right, that's going to continue. Here's the thing: what you guys need is competence. This is something I've been thinking about for a while now. people keep talking about Manchester City. Oh my God, oil money, this and that. We would not be where we're at if we didn't hire competent individuals. If the ownership model did not hire competent individuals, that is it. Chelsea clearly haven't hired the right people. Manchester United over the last 10 plus years clearly have not hired the right people. So, and by the way, both those clubs have spent just as much, if not more, money than us. So over that period. So let's not, you know, you the money's whoever you guys get as owners, right? Don't think about it like, oh my God, these guys have more money. These guys have more. I think that's the least of your worries. You guys need a competent owner who has ambition to win.
Yeah,
That is it. That is the number one thing. If that's Radcliffe, great. If that's the Qataris, great. But this whole thing, like, you know, we need them to have more money than everybody. No, no, no. Because there's also financial fair play. There's going to be things that limit that, right? Like, bro, we can't just go out and spend £1 billion this summer. That's not how it works. It's financial
yeah,
fair play. We can spend 250, maybe
yeah.
300.
Like you said though, we need owners or an owner who's gonna have the mentality of I want Mbappe, right? I want whoever that big name is. I'm gonna do what I can to go get him. Because I think these like names like that, Mbappe, names you gotta look out for, bro. Gonna be on the
Here's the
move
issue.
very, very, very soon.
Agreed. Here's the issue with that. We just got done talking about how Daniel Levy makes all the decisions at Tottenham.
Yeah,
I think what you really want as an owner is to say, "Hey, Ten Hag, who do you want? Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. That doesn't make sense for the budget. We can maybe get him in January." That's who you want as an owner. You don't want Todd Bowley, who thinks he knows what he's doing. He hears a player on ESPN. He's like, "Oh, that guy seems good. Let's inquire about him." You do not want that. Trust. You do not want that. But I see what you're saying. You want the owner who's ambitious enough to get the big name. And
well,
yeah,
I
I do
think
get that.
I think you touched on it even better though. He's gonna communicate with Ten Hag. So while
Yeah.
we can have that owner who's coming in with that type of mentality. I want the big player. I want to make that big splash, but I also want him to communicate with Ten Hag and see what he
Yes.
wants.
Of
What fits with
course.
your system first? Okay, got you. Let me go think about him then.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, that's the whole point. And also, you want an owner who, if they don't know what the hell they're doing, get out the way.
Yeah.
That's a big part of ownership is getting the hell out the way, hiring the right people to do the work for you.
Yep.
Simple. So I listen. I think whatever happens, you guys are going to be just fine. The fact that you guys spent a ridiculous amount of money in the summer this season,
Yeah.
I think that's a good indication of whoever's in charge, whoever's the owner by the time it comes summer.
Yeah.
I think you guys are still going to spend a decent amount of money. I think Ten Hag's going to have a better team than he does now. I think you guys are going in an upward direction. I think you guys are probably locked in for top four next season.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. However, the league is getting a lot more. There's a lot more competition, so it's
Oh
like,
yeah. It's gritty right now, bro. I love it. Tough league. Um, I do got a question for you though. And
yeah.
just really quickly, because I know you don't like this one, but I want to talk about it because I was really just contemplating, sitting, thinking like, damn, how can I get him again? And I got him. You know how that one dude from Argentina won a World Cup and shit? It happened, I
Don't say
think.
that one dude. I
You
don't
know,
listen. We're not doing the slander. We're not doing the slander. Lionel Messi, yes, one of the greatest
yes,
players of all time.
yes,
Yes,
yes, yes, exactly. Arguably the GOAT. I'm just joshing. Okay, guys, calm down. But I do have a serious question.
yeah.
I think he's probably the front runner for Ballon d'Or Player of the Year, right?
Why?
So
Why?
wait, thank you. You just answered for me. 'Cause listen, when he wins this award, which he probably will, because he won the FIFA World Cup, they're gonna forget about if you guys win KDB or Erling Haaland when he just won a Champions League and a Premier League title. I think one of those two players should be in the rankings in the running for Player of the Year, but I haven't heard anything yet. I'm just
Listen,
saying. I think we all know Messi's about to get it, bro. Let's be real. He's about to get it.
brother. So yeah, you're right. I don't care about the awards. You know that. However, if there is an answer about who's been the best player, we'll just say this season, and the answer is anything other than Erling Haaland,
Mm,
you are wrong. And here's
mm.
the thing: it's not. I don't. I'm not one of these guys. I There's still stuff for Erling Haaland to work on. He can still get better in a lot of ways. I'm not riding him because he's my player. just look at the stats. I don't like the stats, but just look at the stats, Jay. And if he wins Premier League, which he has, and if he wins Champions League,
Yeah.
and if they win FA Cup, and you're telling me Messi, who's had a very mediocre season for PSG, come on, you got Balogun scoring more goals. If you're going to give Messi this award based on the World Cup, question: why can't you give it to Alvarez? Alvarez won the World Cup, and he's doing just as well in his domestic league, and he's probably going to win more than you.
Well, I mean,
It,
they're gonna say that Messi was the leading goal scorer for said club and whatever. He led the way, the best player,
but
and he has an argument.
it's
He
so
was
boring.
really, really, really good in that World Cup. But I think we do need to talk about it more. Like that to me, that tournament does not weigh more or mean more than the Champions League. Like I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
I will argue that the day I die. I think that
Well,
competition is tougher. In my opinion, it's tougher, bro. You can say the knockout stages and all that, like in the World Cup, how it is. Same thing in the Champions League too. You got the group stages first, but then once you get to the next rounds, it's knockout,
yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. The only reason I would say the World Cup's more challenging is because you're not with that team for a longer period of time. So like you're
bro.
with your no. Hold on. This is legitimate though. Like you're with your club team, literally like 10 months out of the year. Then there's pockets. There's a week or two where you're with your other team. So like
Well, yeah,
what I'm saying is the randomness that goes on, the lack of control that the best players in the world have on their teams is real because it's like, yo, I'm playing with a guy who I have no chemistry with really, and I get that. I do get that, and especially with
I
Argentina.
I can't. I mean, well, I do hear what you're saying. I think you can also argue the same thing with like club level teams too, because a lot of times you got managers, right, who come in and they just fuck up shit. They sell
True,
players, they put players in, right?
true,
Flashing, right? And at that time it's a little difficult because it's a lot of language barriers. You got people from
true,
Brazil and this Japanese guy on the same squad who don't speak the same language
true.
at all, right? I
Very true.
think it's easier, way easier when you go back home to Portugal or you go back
Be
home to
comfortable.
Spain and you playing with your boys from back in the day when y'all was 10 years old. You always gonna have that
Okay,
connection, bro. Look at Brazil.
okay,
Those Brazilians are like brothers. Like I don't care. They can not play for 5 years, but when that
but
they
they
get
don't
that
play very well. They don't play very well. Let's be
I,
honest.
I mean that's because like they're all selfish. I don't think it has nothing to do with like them not playing well. They just selfish like group,
Yeah,
especially this
but
generation.
well, I mean,
They really are.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I just think the Champions League to me, bro. Um, and maybe it is biased because you can also say that that competition is rigged or has been in favor of a lot of clubs in recent history, Madrid.
Yeah.
Uh, but I just think I go off a competition that has a larger sample size, and I'm able to
Okay.
see something consistently, and not 4 years in between, when anything can happen, and it's just
Well,
like
that's probably another reason why they value the competition more because it's played less. That's
yes,
probably another
no,
thing
hundred
that they
percent,
have going on
yeah,
there. So,
facts.
I mean,
You're
listen.
right.
At the end of the day, bro, the World Cup is the biggest tournament like in the world ever. You know what I mean? Like that's where it sits in terms of just status. Whether we can talk about which one's harder to win and all this stuff, but that's the status. So I think
Yeah,
I do get it from that standpoint. Like he won a World Cup. That's incredible, literally
yeah.
incredible. However, my thing is just what has he done for his club team this season? It's like it's not been very good. So,
And
well,
is he gonna
relatively speaking,
stay with PSG? Is he gonna go
bro.
back to Barcelona? Like what's going
What's
on?
so funny?
Saudi?
They're talking about him going to Saudi Arabia, bro. The only reason I would love that is so I can see all of the people that were hating on Ronaldo,
Oh,
and then like all the Messi fans that were just like, "Oh my god, he's so whack." A
bro,
year later, he does the same thing.
if he goes to Saudi Arabia, we are getting the Messi Ronaldo rivalry. If they're on separate teams, at least 2.0.
I heard, I heard Ronaldo's trying to dip. I heard he's
Well,
trying to dip.
it's been a shit show over there. It's been terrible. They didn't even like. I don't think they lost the final or didn't win the title. It was nonsense. You can't win in the Saudi league. Yeah, don't even get me started on my goat, bro. I don't know where he goes from here. It hurts to see because like I do want to see him contending and winning again, bro. I want to see him in the Champions League at least like one more time. I think he has it.
Yeah,
He has it in him.
yeah.
But
You gotta go to the library. You gotta go find the old tapes, bro. You're never gonna see that again. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Not even if he takes a back seat. If he goes to a club and say, "Look, I'll come off the bench. I'll be your super sub."
Ronaldo taking a back seat. I don't think that goes together, Jay. I really don't. I don't think that goes together, brother. No,
Yo,
it's over.
all right. I mean, it is what it is. But when is the FA Cup final? What date is that?
June 3rd, I believe. Very, very soon.
So is that the
It's probably
that's
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday,
Okay.
June 3rd, 9 a.m. Yep.
So that will be. I'm trying to think. What do you want to do with that, man? We can
We can watch it. I mean, obviously Premier League's done after that, so we
exactly
can just have the
exactly.
podcast on Saturday
Okay.
right after. That might be a vibe.
June 3rd. Yes, I'm with it. I
And
think
then
that's the one.
Champions League next week. I mean, I don't know if you really care, but
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
okay. Here's the thing. If we beat you guys in the FA Cup, you have to come watch the Champions League because you're gonna be obviously you don't want the treble to happen. You don't want the treble to happen, do you? That'd be crazy. Oh yeah, we
Absolutely
gotta do
not.
that.
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah,
do that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's only if we beat you guys in the FA Cup. Which, by the way, I think it's gonna be a challenging game.
Now it's a 50-50 game, bro. People are
Oh
saying
no,
like
no, relax. Not
every
50-50 game.
every Man City Man United game is a 50-50 game. I don't care what
You think so?
you know it is too. Stop. You know it is. Anything can happen.
Generally speaking, yes. Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. The fact that you guys pretty much every single game play Veghorst for a minimum of 30 minutes a game,
Yeah, yeah.
I that's like having 10 men on the pitch, bro. So like I don't see you guys. I really don't see you guys winning, but I could see us losing if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I could see us doing something. I
Mm.
could see us like because it's in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
head, right? We're like,
Right,
oh,
right,
we're
right.
about to play Champions League. Let's get
Yeah,
this done first, and
yeah.
maybe the focus isn't
Dead
there.
ass. I could see some shit like you just said. The game is played so poorly, or it gets to the point where we hold on enough, it goes to PKs, we beat you.
You see, yeah, like a Casemiro, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tap in or just
And,
something where
and
it's
you're
like,
like,
oh,
what the hell? And I
yeah.
mean, and say that happens. Are we considering that a double for us?
Of course,
Carabel and FA?
I'm not one of these people that dismisses the Carabao Cup. That's so stupid. Of course, it's a double. And by the way, that's one of the best seasons you guys have had probably since Alex Ferguson. So
Bro, top four in a double? Ah,
nuts. That's crazy.
let's come on. So yeah,
After the worst season in Premier League history for you guys. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Not facts. Nah, man, this is my championship game right here. It means a lot for me for real. Like, I think we got top four wrapped up. Like, we should not lose against Fulham. We should not lose against Chelsea.
that's
That should
over.
not
Yeah,
happen, bro. Like, should not happen. If we go in and we beat City, we're the reason why they don't get the treble. Besides us, the
yeah,
last club to do it. Like, it's just poetic. It needs to
I,
happen. You got to come to us, and we about to
yeah.
shut it down again. We about to do it.
Listen,
Who
I mean,
won
there's
most
a lot of
recently? Who won most recently
who won what.
between us?
Come on, stop that. Stop
I'm
that.
just
That game was
saying.
a sham. And
Okay, all right then.
there's
Okay.
a and listen, that game proved to me that karma is real because ever since that game, you guys are getting screwed by the refs. Ever since that game, Casemiro red card again, you know, bro, it was,
Uh, now
yeah,
it's
that game
gonna
doesn't count.
okay. I hear you. It's gonna be a good one though. My prediction. I
We
mean,
don't
can I?
know. We don't know who's going to play it in the game just
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's hold off on the
I'm
predictions
about to
because
say,
like
let me just do it on game day. I mean, we're doing a
yeah,
watch along.
100%, 100%. I mean, yeah, like if Casemiro gets injured, you're not going to show up. You know what I mean? You're not going to show up. So,
Don't even
um,
say that. Or Harry makes an appearance again. Oh, I'm just
oh,
done. I'm done.
if dude, please. Listen, I don't wish injury on anybody, but if Lindelof can and maybe Varane, slip and fall like something, bro. I need to see Harry Maguire in that game. I need it.
Oh my god,
I need it, bro.
bro! In a Man City Man United game, a derby,
He would
Harry
get
Maguire,
torched, bro.
bro, they would eat him alive. Holland would, oh my god, abuse that
Oh my!
guy.
I even think about how. Oh my god!
You abuse him, bro. It would be sad.
I think Varane's sitting, bro. That's dude. Come on. Anyway, Jay, it's been a long one. It's been a good one though.
Oh,
A lot to
happy,
catch up
bro.
on for sure. Um, listen, as we get less busy and we get a little bit more time to do this stuff more regularly, we'll just pump out the content like we have been doing before. Um,
Yes, sir.
there's probably going to be some politics, right? Of like, they came back. Daniel only showed up when after we won the title. Listen, bro.
Nah, nah.
Listen, bro. I'm on Instagram story.
Yes,
I'm keeping.
exactly.
I'm keep.
Hey, D's been active. D's been active, bro. He has been on it.
I've been here.
And not even that though. Like prior to the break, you were, talking your stuff and saying how you guys are gonna win and how City was good.
Oh,
So
I got I got confident. I got confident later towards the season, later
yeah,
to the end of the season. So, listen. With that being said, listen. You can find us everywhere at the Best of Rivals. That's on Instagram, on Twitter, TikTok. Obviously, you can listen to this entire podcast everywhere, including YouTube, at the Best of Rivals podcast. That is at the Best of Rivals podcast. So, for myself, Jay, it's been a good one, brother.
yes, sir.
We are out.
Deuces.